What is up, everybody? This is Mark Mike, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Wing. I am Mark Mike, I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And today we got always a ton of wrestling to cover. We are 1 week away from WrestleMania, so we got a lot of stuff from the shows this week. And we had Impact having a show, we had a bunch of things going on. But first, we have our wrestling retrospect, and your pick was Kota Ibushi.
Yes, sir.
That was a good one.
It was hard to look for matches for him because I don't know if you noticed, New Japan does not let their matches be on uh, YouTube, so
Yeah.
you have to go other places. And then any match I did find was on YouTube was very, very old. So I found some stuff on Daily Motion. Shout outs to these people. The first one I found was uh, probably one of the best wrestling matches I've seen in a long time. It was very, very good. I have to say that. It was Kota Ibushi versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship.
That was good.
Um, hold on a second. I want to
Was that
see.
in Wrestle Kingdom or no?
I believe it was. I don't know the number.
It had to be. It definitely had to be before AJ. So it'd probably be 2016, 2017.
Okay.
It definitely has to
Okay.
be before AJ.
This says, hold on, Wrestle Kingdom 9
Yeah, before AJ.
at the Tokyo Dome.
2 years before
Yes.
AJ. So I think him and Nakamura
Um,
was at 10.
okay. Okay. It does not have the year, so again, if you know what years the Wrestle Kingdoms are, it'll be easy to find it. This is Brother Sloth
Yes.
on Daily Motion. Uh, the of course the cool things are the entrances, is because it's Wrestle Kingdom, which is the equivalent of a WrestleMania. Uh, this one is Shinsuke Nakamura with the long red cape and the spiky crown. I don't know if you remember that one.
Yes.
And he has this cool ass vest underneath.
Yeah.
Um, The one thing I noticed about watching this era of Kota Ibushi's matches, I think it's like maybe this era, this is probably I don't want to say the earliest, because I got the earliest one I go back to is 2019. But he doesn't like to wrestle you. I would just like to point this out. When he starts the match, people are trying to grapple. They do the feeling out. They try to
Yeah.
grab his hand. He always kicks you. He
Yeah.
always kicks you.
Yeah, no touchy.
Like the first maybe 2 to 3 minutes of this match, he just wants to fight Shinsuke, and so it's basically they throwing hands and feet. And then Shinsuke tries to grapple him, and then he does the head off the stomach thing. But Ibushi, I don't know if here's the thing, I don't know about the stories in New Japan, whether he was a good guy or bad guy, but he was a dick in this match. Oh, he was a dick. He didn't let Shinsuke do anything that he's known for. He made fun of the was it good vibrations in the corner,
Yeah.
like unprovoked. He was just being a dick to Shinsuke the entire match. And then I think maybe about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes in, Shinsuke just has enough of his shit, and he just starts stomping his head outside on the apron. But like for real. So at that point, the Ibushi he has that blank look on his face, and he stops feeling pain, and then he just goes crazy, and then it becomes like a real fight. It is just ridiculous. This match is crazy, dude. Like Shinsuke got lumped up by the end of it because they was throwing haymakers back and forth, man. Like, dude, I highly recommend anybody watch this match. Unfortunately, Ibushi did not win the match,
Yes.
but he caught not one but two nasty ass Kinshasa to the head. Just mm-mm, mm.
All right.
It was very good.
My first one was during the Cruiserweight Classic time, but it was when they were working NXT shows as well. This is the rare time that Kota Ibushi was actually working NXT. He worked maybe a good month in NXT.
Okay.
Um, so the first match I brought up, I'm trying to find it because I sent it to you. It is our boy Buddy Murphy versus Kota Ibushi on NXT.
Okay. Was this on the network or was it? Where'd
This
you
is on
find
the
this from?
network. You could definitely find it. It was pretty much an episode of NXT, so
Mhm.
you definitely could find it there. I just want to see the date real fast if I can find it because I sent you a bunch of other shit. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't want to waste no time. But it was pretty much if you've seen Buddy Murphy. This was before he had the gimmick of the for the cruiserweight title. So he was still kind of like wandering after the tag team the broken up and stuff. So he just did some enhancement match. He has some good matches with Nakamura as well. Um, but this one was I was surprised. I forgot that they actually fought, and I was like, oh, this is actually a good one. So a lot of hard hitting, a lot of high flying styles and stuff like that. But one thing that showed a lot too is the promise that Murphy had as well. Like they were using him for his full potential at the moment. So basically, he had to find ways to showcase himself. And Kota Ibushi was one of those guys that really helped him really work. So um, very good match. I want to get the date. I just can't find it right now. Here we go. I found it. So the date is July 27th, 2016, and this was during the time again. The Cruiserweight Classic was running during this time, and this was on regular NXT TV. You definitely could find this on Peacock.
Yes, sir.
And
No,
Coda won.
no one. Okay, got you.
Kota
All
Ibushi
right.
won.
The second one I have, also Daily Motion. So if you need to find it, you have to go there. It is Kota Ibushi versus Taka Michinoku,
Ooh,
and this is. See, I don't know the federation now. The video is titled "Road to 25th Anniversary," and then it has uh, their names obviously in Japanese, so I can't tell you what the event, the actual occasion. It does say down here. Thank you to Sareed Dicted, I guess it is. K Dojo 15th anniversary, Kurikan Hall in Tokyo. So that's where it was, Kurikan Hall. It doesn't say which promotion though. And the match took place 4/23/17. And like I said before, this match started, and Taka Michinoku tried to, as you say, lock up. And the first thing Ibushi does is throw kicks at his head. Like he just doesn't. He doesn't like to play anyone's game. Is what I like. Is what I like about him, and what I noticed now looking at his matches. He he plays like by his own rules, basically.
yeah,
Um, this match is obviously this is later in Taka's career, um, but his style is different. He's more of like a ground-based fighter and whatnot. So there's a lot of cool like transitions from different. There's like this little game. I wouldn't say game. There's a back and forth between the two of them of trying to get like like the real name of the move that Moxley does to submit people.
oh the hook.
The hook, yeah.
Yeah,
So they both at different times they catch each other with a submission that is very similar to that. But they do this thing where they slip the head and then the other guy jumps over and then catches the other guy from behind, and like that's pretty much like it's a callback because it happens early in the match and then later on it happens again and Taka Michinoku comes out on top with that. And then they go to the outside and they both hit separate moonsaults. Like at one point, Taka pushes Ibushi off from doing his signature move because the crowd starts cheering and whatnot. So he knows it's coming. He jumps in the ring, pushes him off, and then he does it. So like this little like back and forth thing. I don't know if they had a rivalry, but it seems like a type of thing that rivals would do to each other. So Um, and Takumi Shinokucha he gets beat up. Unfortunately, he does.
Yeah.
Um, he gets hit with the last ride, which is goddamn. When he does it, it's just like Undertaker, man. You don't want to get hit with that,
Yeah.
and then he gets hit with a splash.
He flies with that shit too, cause he does it
Yeah,
as a, cause it goes into like a Batista bomb. It's not
yeah,
just a slam. He goes in with it too.
you're right. And then he hits him with the Phoenix Splash, and it's over.
Yep.
So,
My next match will be Prince Devitt versus Kota Ibushi, and this was Wrestle Kingdom 8. This is for the junior weight title. This is Bullet Club beginnings of first Prince Devitt versus Kota Ibushi. This was a
mhm.
very extremely hard hitting match, like from the get. Like again, you said like this guy don't like tying up. Balor did not want to tie up either, and they just started beating the shit out of each other the moment the match started.
Hmm.
Very hard hitting. I think Devitt did keep the title, and I think he lost it the next night.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Okay.
I think that's when he left over to New Japan.
Oh, he left New Japan.
Yeah,
Got you. Got you. Okay.
a good match though.
Uh, the one I have is also Kota Ibushi versus Prince Devitt, but this one is way earlier. This one is New Japan Battle of the Super Juniors.
Yeah,
So this is 6/14/2009. This
that's
is
right.
old. That's like I guess around when maybe when he first got there.
Yeah,
Um, so I guess they I don't know if they've touched hands before that. Uh, again, uh, well, see, at this point, I think it's because he's younger. He's not set in his ways. He's not set in his ways, so he starts out the match pretty standardly. Like he doesn't even go for any tricks or anything at the beginning. So this is definitely a young Kota Ibushi. But I will say one thing: you look at him here and you look at him now. He hasn't aged.
yeah,
Uh, Devin, same thing. I mean, basically he just has a beard. That's about it. Pretty much looks the same. Um, and this one, the notable thing is like because it's the battle of the Super Juniors, they go extra hard, and Ibushi hits his moonsault to the outside, right? But Devitt is right next to the guardrail, and this is the first time I've ever seen this happen. And I hope it never happens to anybody again. But Ibushi lands in the crowd, but he also hits Prince Devitt like his upper torso, and he pivots and like cartwheels over the railing back first. That shit is nasty. He doesn't land on his head, thankfully, but I couldn't imagine the how it felt for his lower back to have to be pulled over the railing like that by another man's body. That's crazy. Um, and so I don't know what his finisher was back then. It was like you know that new move that Gable does when he puts you on his shoulder and he spins you and drops you.
yeah.
It's almost the exact same
Oh,
thing,
okay.
except he has a different version where he puts his knees in your chest and it looks like it hit Ibushi in his chin. That was nasty. Um, and the way he caught him was Ibushi tried to end it with the Phoenix Splash. He got countered with the stomp, and then that's when Devitt hit that move. So
Oh shit.
and he won the match.
Nice. My last match is is also and it takes place in NXT, and this was a random tag match they did on an NXT card. This was T.J. Perkins and Kota Ibushi tag teaming against Lindsay Dorado and Mustafa Ali. This was Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic first round match. This was on October 26, 2016. So originally he was supposed to tag team. Kota was supposed to tag team with this guy Kenta.
Okay,
And
okay.
Kenta was hurt, so he lined up tag teaming with T.J. Perkins throughout the Dusty Classic. It was a really good match. It was a first round match, very high flying, very technical, and you kind of started seeing the styles of Ali a bit more. He had more time in the ring. Same thing with Lindsay Dorado. It was a lot of fun, a very fun tag team match. So definitely check it out. That I actually found out on the network as well.
Mm.
I didn't know this dude had that many matches on NXT.
Yeah, a lot actually.
Mhm. He like
Because when I was
for
scrolling through, he
yeah.
had a lot.
For the first few months that he was in during the Cruiserweight Classics, he did extra matches there.
Mm,
It was
mm.
good, good stuff. All right.
Yes. Hopefully he comes back to wrestle soon. I believe there's videos on YouTube. I think from his channel. Is it his channel or like his school's channel or something like that?
Yeah, he started his school, so he's like really high promoting his school right now.
And I think it's showing. There's the ones I saw is like him training to return to the ring.
Yeah,
Where? Don't know. But I do know he was challenged very recently by Speedball Mike Bailey, and I'm looking forward to that.
that's gonna be good.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, we get to watch it. It looks good. All right. We go to the weekend wrestling. We kick off with Monday Night Raw, and we start with Jay Uso accepting Kevin Owens and Sammy's on behalf of his brother.
Whoop that man's ass. That's all I gotta say. Beat him up. Don't listen to Jay. So
There you go. So we got it. The match is in. KO, Sami Zayn versus the Usos for the Undisputed Tag Team Championship at WrestleMania.
I think this. I mean, obviously, it's been a long enough time. Uh, they can lose gracefully, but I think there's too much turmoil in the bloodline for them to hold all that gold. So
Yeah.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I hope. I again. I just. Again. I'm still vouching for this to be main event night one, just because it'll be the first time tag teams ever fucking main evented. So I'm all for that. But again, it's also the hottest storyline going on. Just saying. But I'm actually excited. I actually like what they did on SmackDown too. We go to our first match, which is Austin Theory versus Montez Ford. Very good match.
I just like to point out that he beat the Street Profits without cheating.
Both.
Nobody's gonna say anything about that. I will. Theory's out there whooping people's asses.
There you
Talk
go.
all the smack you want, but he's having good matches and he's not cheating.
Yep.
So
I give
stuff
him
it.
credit. That was a really hell of a good match too. Like I can't say nothing about that.
Hmm.
Then we go to Omos defeats Mustafa Ali. Yeah, we know that.
What did Ali do? Did he left Dog Ziggler alone? How did this happen?
Ziggler probably planned it for him. He's like, all right, bitch,
Payback.
revenge. Yeah, it was revenge. I think it was revenge. um, then we go to Logan Paul hosts his Impulsive TV and lines up being a big battle with Seth Rollins and his Leper gear, and he got knocked out again.
Yeah, I was saying yeah, he had a very impressive show by himself though.
Yep,
He didn't need anybody there for him because he could talk his ass off. Good for him.
yep,
Uh, Seth almost killed himself, but corrected midair. I like give him his props for not ending his own career.
yes. But it was good. Good. I mean, he got knocked out again, but I did like the I like his gear. His gear was good.
Well, that looked like he was just wearing. He's about to go to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it looked like.
Lipper.
He was
Every time I
ready to
see
go to
that shit, I
sleep.
always think of Chappelle show when like the Lipper, the fucking. I think it was the Grumans, the racist, the stereotype Grumans, and it was a
I,
Spanish dude. It was like in the Lost episodes,
okay,
and it was like
I'm not familiar.
it was like the dude was like repairing his car, and he was like, "Oh, you want the leopard, the leaping leopard?" And shit. That shit was funny.
Was it an actual leopard or was it just leopard print?
Now like leopard print, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Now we got Dominic defeats Johnny Gargano. Really good match.
Again, what cheating did Dominic do? Please tell me.
He did not. Well, he had little like interferences here and there with
I
the by Damian
mean,
Priest.
I mean, Johnny Gargano had Dexter Loomis. You mean to tell me that man staring at you is not intimidating, not
Man, but he
scary?
hasn't done nothing. He just
He
stares.
ain't gotta do nothing. That's the Loomis right there. You
Yeah,
don't know what he's gonna do. That's the man with the hatchet.
that is true. You don't
You
know if
don't
he
know.
has it on him or not.
And odds are he does. He always got that thing on him.
He looks always
So
angry or a little
I'm just
excited.
saying. He got caught with the foot on the ropes, but other than that, what cheating he do? I'm just saying. Dominic
Yeah,
out here beating stars.
yeah,
Give the man his props.
yeah. It was good. Um,
And
moving
his
on.
frog splash has gotten better, which
Yes, he did.
again, give him props.
He's getting better, but also this goes into show that the like he's taking the time to get better, and that's a
Hmm.
good thing.
Hmm.
That's a good thing for just I know him and Rey Mysterio are gonna have a hell of a match
Yes, sir.
at WrestleMania. We go to Rhea Ripley defeats Bailey. That was a really good match, and that was like a
It was a solid
unbroken match
match.
too, because she was all in street gear.
I she should wrestle like that all the time. I'm just saying, she was cool as hell.
Yeah,
If she had more purple on her, it would look like Bailey was getting beat up by a Third Street Saint for real.
yeah,
She was on the wrong sidewalk, said the wrong thing, and the Saints just decided to whoop her ass. Um, I will say I like the back and forth, but obviously Bailey be making too many enemies.
yeah. That's the
So
wrong person you want to make an enemy with.
so the legends and Becky with the pot with the big ass popcorn.
Big ass popcorn.
I'm just saying. See, Becky makes a good case for being front row at a wrestling show. I'm
Yeah,
just saying. Maybe she'll get me some.
there you go. Could get probably get stuck in your teeth.
It's popcorn, of course.
We go to Ricochet versus Chad Gable. Hell of a match.
I think it was a solid match. I will say I'm not happy that they distracted my man Gable by taking Otis. Just
I
saying.
know. Yeah, I fucking with.
He got to make up his mind.
Yeah.
He got to make up his mind because Otis went with him to the ring and then got pulled away. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Otis.
You know Otis who Otis gonna pick. He broke up his other tag team because of the same thing.
I mean, I mean, listen, it's not like they gave him a choice. They was like, we ain't gonna do nothing with Tucky. We want you. That's basically what they said
Yeah.
at that time. This is a different situation. Gable's out here putting on bangers, so I don't know. I'm just saying, don't leave your man hanging like that.
Oh yeah.
That's
He
not what's being. That's not what being a real homie's about.
yeah.
When you in the ring,
We go to Bianca Belair and Asuka defeats Chelsea Green and Piper Nevins. And then Asuka finally attacks Bianca Belair.
finally, finally,
I'm like, eh.
it's only been a month, and she's been playing ineffective games. So
Still hasn't got
anyway,
sprayed yet, so I don't care.
I mean the match was good. I appreciate it. I will say, I guess maybe. Well, no. This is it. Was this match part of that tournament? Are they out? Because remember, they're supposed to be like, isn't there like one more team?
Yeah,
Does it
they
have to
they
be
haven't
figured
mentioned
out?
the team. I think it's all SmackDown though.
It's all SmackDown. Oh, got you. I got
Yeah.
you. So, mm. Anyway, I mean, it was a solid match, but again, this is what should have been happening. I think 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Should have been. But I again I still say that her face is too clean.
This is true. This is true.
Her face should be more messier. Her face she should get sprayed at least twice already.
Her eyes should be on fire.
Yeah, like her face should have been.
She should have been in the Blue Man Group.
Yep. Yep. I agree with that. All right, we go to the end of the show where we had Roman and Cody exchange war words, and with Solo Sokoa inching to get involved. I think Roman's evil sometimes.
I think he's evil all the time. What you talking
Yeah,
about?
it was good. I like the Romans a little more than Cody, but that's just me.
I mean, he was telling the truth though.
Yes, there was no lies spoken in this whole
No, I'm talking
conversation.
about. I'm talking about. Yeah, neither one. Because I mean, Roman loses. You think Paul Heyman's still gonna be there?
Nope. He ain't gonna be
You
looking
think
at him the same. He's
you
gonna
think
go.
Jay's not gonna whoop his ass? He's gonna be
He's
like, I got you.
he's gonna call. He's gonna call Brock Lesnar and ask him to come back with him.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So he better watch his back.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
Yep. 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 Yeah, it was good. Monday Night Raw, where you give it?
I give it a very solid show.
I give it the
No
same
bad
thing.
matches, and the story's all good.
Yep.
It's just the weakest one still Oscar and Bianca.
I'll say
That's
that.
about it.
I agree with that too. I wanted something more. Again, I think Bianca's face is still too clean
Mhm. Mhm.
for someone that sprays mist at people.
I mean, Great Muta's going in the Hall of Fame. Come on, girl.
Exactly. You gotta show something now.
What's going on?
Yeah. So I'm hoping we get more out of that.
I mean, we got one more day, right?
Yeah. One more day.
We got one more day.
Let's see. I'm hoping that we get more because it's just again
I
like I
mean, I
want.
agree with MVP because if you heard after the bell that he's saying that that match might surprise, not surprise, but it's set up to be the physically probably one of the best matches just because physically those two girls are willing to go as far as they possibly can.
Yeah.
But it's just the emotional investment of it. It's just like it's not there.
No,
That's
I
all.
agree with that. Like nothing is there right now, and that's what kind of messes it up. Is the fact that you want something more out of it. Sadly, yeah, that's exactly what I want. I want something more out of it.
Mhm.
You guys
Mhm.
haven't given me anything to really like. Okay, this is gonna be fucking crazy. Look at Ray and Dominic. It took some a little bit to build, but you know what? I'm excited for that match. Like I'm very excited for that match. So that's the
I
difference.
don't know about that. Dominic's been an asshole for
No,
like
he's been an
6
asshole,
months
but
now.
we didn't know exactly where the match was gonna go. So us seeing the build of it made it more exciting. Each time that they confronted each other, the Thanksgiving dinners and shit like that. Those are the little builds of it. But this one didn't had less time, but I felt like they should have went like gun ho in the beginning of it and not take so long for them to interact with each other.
Well, they had less time because Oscar wasn't confirmed until the chamber, right? That was when she had. So they had like
No, Oscar was
they
in the
had three
Rumble.
months. She didn't win it though.
She didn't win it though, but Oscar was in the Rumble. She could have
She
started shit right
no,
after
I'm
the
saying
Rumble.
she was not confirmed to be the opponent
Yeah,
until the chamber.
yeah, she
So
would. Yeah,
it should have started then, and from that point she was still just all smiles and goo in her own face.
yeah,
So like they had less time, but it was enough time, and they wasted that time because it's next week, man.
yeah.
Well, it's this week. I forget. It's Monday. It's this
Yeah,
week.
this Sunday.
So that's what I really fumbled the bag on that time wise. Meanwhile, Dominic went to jail. And he became a changed man. He got thrown out to family dinners. He was doing a lot.
Yeah,
It's not like he was gonna fight anybody else. It was
yeah,
a it's a foregone conclusion. He wasn't gonna say what's he gonna do, fight Finn Balor? No, he's gonna fight Edge. No, he's fighting his father. We knew that.
yeah,
It's just they have fun. And I like that. They had a lot of fun.
yeah. All right, go to NXT. Oopsie. And we kick off with Tiffany Stratton versus Indy Hartwell for qualifier match for the NXT Women's Championship. Tiffany wins. Solid match.
I was shocked. I'm always gonna root for Indy.
Yeah, I wasn't shocked at all. I knew for a fact Tiffany was gonna win.
But I'm not mad. She's good, so it's all right.
Yeah, I see the big push of her. I feel like they're really behind her push right now. So I have a feeling there's a big chance she may actually take the title too.
I mean, I feel like it's a missed opportunity for Gigi if she doesn't win, because she's gonna be in that match, right? She's the
Yeah,
first one to qualify, so
yeah.
it's either I think either her or Zoe Stark's gonna win.
I
Those
wouldn't
are my
mind. I
picks.
wouldn't pass Zoe either, but I think Zoe's like going to be right in the main roster, like right after WrestleMania.
Which which would be better if she won and she immediately lost it.
Because then they, yeah. Uh, I could hold that off for her.
I mean, I want her to have something else.
Yeah,
She had a tag title for like a hot second, didn't she? So I mean,
that is true. All right. We go to well, we got NXT. So the next thing we got Aya Dragunov and JD Mendigo. Match ends after a brawl with Wesley Dragon Lee, and damn, we're gonna get a crazy ass North American title match.
that match was incredible. If you, I understand that I missed a lot by not watching UK. I understand it,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel bad because if this was what was going on those shows, goddamn, I
Yeah,
need to go back.
and that was regular.
Yeah, so that was a hell. JD McDonough, the number one stunner. I was
Yeah.
hoping Booker T said it, but he didn't say. Anyway, but he didn't win the match, right? So
No.
anyway,
Um. Yeah. So now we're gonna have a ladder match with all four of those guys involved, and one more to be announced at a Rumble at Battle Royal this week.
hmm
Which I actually thought I was like, who else could be in this match? And I was thinking about Tyler
well,
Bate.
isn't whatchamacallit in the match? That
Axiom.
kid. Yeah, it's
Well,
actually.
he's in the Battle Royal,
Oh, he's in the other one.
which I
Gotcha,
could
gotcha.
see him winning.
Yeah, that's true.
I rather him in the match than anyone else, just because the crazy shit they're gonna do in this match.
You right. You
This
right.
match is gonna be insane.
You right. You right.
We got Lyra Valkyria versus Ivy Nile. She also qualified for the NXT Women's Championship.
Of course she did.
And then our main event was Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker. They defeat Pretty Deadly. Why you gotta hurt my boys, man?
They
Why you
was
gotta hurt?
talking smack.
So what?
They
They're harmless.
they they are hardly harmless.
They're
They are former
harmless.
tag team champions. They are far from harmless.
They're just
But
angry.
they was talking that smack from the beginning of the show.
What lie they say?
Listen. You can't just you can't just. It's how you deliver the message. And you know when you walk up in somebody's face and you go, "Yes, boy." Listen, I'm not trying to hear what you have to say. Cut it
Yeah, they deserve the ass whooping. I still be in denial of it, but they deserve the ass
out.
whooping. Um, NXT, what you give it?
I'm gonna give it a solid A. This week was actually pretty good.
All
Even the
right.
little story bits from the other characters, still not bad.
Yeah.
They had the whole thing with the bar thing. Was the bar thing this week? Where
Yeah.
all the guys were playing in the bar and whatnot, and then
Yeah.
Tony D and them. Yeah,
Why
so
why why wasn't these two in there? Like they own a bar. Like why are they not in
because they were on the other side of town, man. They don't drink with.
it?
the, I'm sorry to say, the redneck bar is different from the Irish bar. They got different things on tap. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying they're all European too. So well, not
You're
those
not talking
guys.
about Briggs and Jensen? You
No,
talking
I
about
was
what you
talking
talking?
Brazen Jensen. Like I was like, why are they not there?
Because
Why
I just
everyone?
said
Yeah, they another side
the
of town.
Southern bar, they
They're
got
dealing
different
with
stuff on tap.
cheating friends instead of.
They don't have Yingling in the European bar. Sometimes a man just wants. It's what is it, America's oldest brewery or something like that.
Yes.
Sometimes a man just wants a Yingling. I don't
Yeah,
need nothing fancy.
that is true. I like Yingling. I tried a Hershey one this week. It was actually really good.
Well, from where? Where they
My
sell those?
friend my friend gave me it to try. He bought it last time we were together. It was a Hershey flavor porter, Yingling porter. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Oh,
chocolatey. If you
okay.
like chocolate, I would like it. It was good.
Okay. All right.
Um, yeah. Um, so yeah, NXT. What you give it?
Give it a.
Give it a. I give it a solid A too. I think they're doing a good job building um Stand to Deliver, which actually looks like it's gonna be a crazy ass card too.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
ladder the that North American title itself is like that's the one I'm like, damn, that
Yes,
match
sir.
is gonna be insane.
Both the battle royals I'm interested in.
Yeah,
The men's and the women's for the title.
yeah. I think it's gonna be really fun.
And
Um,
Mello and Braun Breaker.
yes,
It's gonna blow the roof off.
Yep. So we go see what happens there. All right. We go to AEW Dynamite, and we kick off with Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, and Sting versus Butcher and the Blade and Kid Sabian.
Solid match, but it was. I think we know who was gonna win the match.
Yeah.
No surprises here.
Nah. No surprises.
It was good to see Sting though. I
Yeah.
will say that. 100%. Good to see Sting.
Yep. Always fun to see Sting. Um, we go move into AEW World Tag Team Championship Top Flights versus the Guns.
Solid. Was this their first or second title defense?
This is their second title defense, I think.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad. And you know what? I gotta give them credit because this is both two. This is two original teams, and I like that. Two young teams, and I like that too. So good.
Yeah. All right. Um, we go to Hook versus Stokey Hathaway.
Oh, that's the best wrestling I've seen all week. God damn.
They killed this man.
You wanted to see an ass whooping.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
It was so mean. I felt bad.
I'm just mad his team just put up the day of they put RIP Stokely. Like damn, ain't even been 24 hours. Come on, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was funny. I they pulled off what they set out to accomplish. It was funny.
Yeah, it was good. And that the barricade thing was mean.
Yes, it was.
um, we go to Adam. We hear from Adam Cole, and he's gonna fight Daniel Garcia.
Should be a solid match. So
Then we go to Stu Grayson versus John Moxley, and we know who wins.
of course, it shouldn't be that way, but yeah,
Yeah, I think you could have
I
had
agree
Moxley
that
lose this match.
it's just you know how it feels when you just come back and you lose and then you get a singles match and you lose and it's like, well, what the hell?
Exactly.
What's changed? Well, we can go back to dark
Yeah.
and beat everybody there in 3 minutes. And it's like, that's not. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's not like it wasn't a competitive match. It's not like Stu Grayson isn't can't pull the power moves and stuff out and look impressive because he's a smaller built dude and usually he fights people bigger in size. So when he does something, it's like, oh yeah, that dude is strong as hell.
Yeah.
And it's like he did that. He did his job. It's just like wasn't enough.
No, it was not. Yeah, it was a good match. It's just again, you knew who was gonna win. You knew what side it was gonna be, and this is another match. And in that same example, Sky Blue versus Tony Storm.
Yeah, I know. And it's not like there was anything wrong with the match. It was fine. It wasn't a barn burner because Sky Blue we talking about. She's not there yet. She's she's better than that thing you showed me. I'll tell you that much.
Uh huh. Yep. Yep. Yep.
These are two women that probably have not had the most time together with each other, but they managed to do well. So that wasn't the problem. It's just the factor of she ain't winning nothing.
Nope.
Don't bet
And you
on
know it.
Sky Blue unless
Exactly.
she's on dark.
Yeah. And even that, like, it goes to the point that it's like, yeah, it ain't gonna happen. Don't even try.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel bad because honestly, this is something that could build the storyline going further. That she gets a surprise win and they all angry and
Exactly.
attacking her too. So
Exactly.
it goes to that point. It's just like it gets boring because you know exactly what's going to be the outcome. Like there's no
Best
change on
part
the
of the
outcome.
match, I will say, was the end because Tony Storm murdered her.
Yeah,
She hit her with her ass. She hit her with a mean ass suplex that
yes,
left old girl head down on the mat, and then she just did what was it Storm Zero dead
yeah,
dead dead,
yep. She died.
and then Rio came with that pipe.
Yep.
she looks insane. She looks unhinged.
Yeah, she just wants to beat people with the pipe. She still hasn't hit no one with the pipe,
The,
but
the tiny this tiny little lady with a pipe that's half her size, half her
it's her
torso.
it's
Like
her it's her
Jesus.
forearm.
No, it's like
It's
if she
bigger than
stands
her
that thing on
forearm.
if she stands that thing on the ground, it's probably like from her feet to her waist. I
Yeah.
swear.
And then the main event was Kenny Omega versus El Hijo del Valquino. Valquino.
Vikingo. El Hijo
Vikingo.
del Vikingo.
Yeah.
He is
El
the son of the
Hijo
Viking.
del Valquino. Valquino. I'm just gonna say
Because he
that.
has the same the same it's not the surname, but it's the same description of a few Mexican wrestlers that are actually active. That's what they call Phantasma.
Yeah,
El
yeah,
Hijo del Phantasma.
yeah.
Same thing.
Yes, 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 yes.
The son of the Phantasm.
Um. So I like the match.
Hmm?
But I have my issues with the match as well because you can see his style. His style it has needs preparation, and when he goes, you see like Kenny Omega kind of waiting for him to move, as in you see him staring at him and then adjusting. So that kind of throws you off with the match is the fact that there's a lot of dumb slowdowns that shouldn't have been, because again he moves fluent, he does crazy shit, but it was not fluent. Like he had to wait for things. Um, him doing that 690 outside to the table, yo, that would have been his neck. That was almost his neck. Like he landed directly on his neck on the apron. So I'm like, like there's a lot of things he did but that was cool, and I'm not gonna deny that. But there's also like there was things that could have been timed better, and also like just I think spread out more. But then again, you go to the guys like Phoenix and Pentagon, they just rush everything as well. So I feel like it's just a style and trends that they need to kind of slow down, which I sound like an old veteran wrestler, but I feel like this match itself could have benefited because that dude could have really hurt himself.
Yeah, I think that's about the main thing was that I saw at the end. Oh, Scott Steiner doesn't care.
Yeah. But yeah, it goes into that category. But the match was
But
entertaining,
well
yes.
then, yeah, he passed. So let me get my few words
Go
on it.
ahead.
I thought it was good. I thought it was solid. I like the showcase of the dude. I just yeah, that could have been tragic because that dude's head was right there. So that was about the main thing that scared me in that match.
Yeah.
But everything else, I thought was pretty good. I like his style. I like how it meshed with Kenny. But then again, Kenny has fought so many different people. It's just he's gonna adapt.
Yeah.
So that is part of the fun of watching like people you've never seen fight Kenny is
Yeah.
just like watching him adapt as well. So it was good. But yeah, that guy he got lucky. He got lucky because that was a very narrow escape between his head and the ring at that
Yeah.
velocity.
Yeah.
She,
I was
she.
just like, oh, that looked painful. I'm just like, oh,
No,
that
he didn't hit
guy.
his head. He
No,
didn't hit his head.
yeah, he looked like he went straight
It
to his
looked
head.
like it, but
Yeah,
they have the side view. He ain't his head. He would have been out. But
yeah,
I'm saying that was very close.
yes,
That
it
could have been
was.
tragic.
But good match nonetheless. Like a good exposure for him because he's like if you ever look at the PW and shit like that and you don't know who the guy is, now you know.
I also the sarcastic, but not really announcing that Kenny Omega was a longer champion of that title than him. He that he never had to give up the belt and he never lost. Like
Yeah,
just rub a little salt in the wound. I love that.
yeah, it was good though. I enjoyed it. Um, what you give AEW?
I give it a B plus.
B
The match was
plus.
really good. It's
Yeah,
just two of those matches they could have been a little less predictable. That's all I'm
yeah.
saying.
Or like even end about like no contest and have the people like jumping each other stuff like that. But I feel like
Dark Order
when
needs wins, man.
yeah,
I'm tired of this shit, man.
fucking Dark Order needs wins. Period.
No, that's what I said.
Oh yeah,
Dark Order
yeah. I
needs
thought you
wins.
said Sky Blue too.
No, no.
She
She can
needs
win, but
some
she's
wins.
got wins on.
She needs like 1, 2, 3 kid
It's
wins.
it's the fact that she's so young. Is like you don't, yeah, fine, don't rush it, but like Jesus, does here's the thing about people that are young like that. They don't always have to be in the middle of somebody else's storyline. She could
Yeah.
have just a match
Yeah, that's true.
and win.
Yeah.
Like I don't that's kind of my problem with still with AEW in general. Like how many women's matches were on the show? One?
Yeah.
If you're gonna let them have 3 minutes, why don't you have two? Come on. It's just what are you doing?
Yeah.
Still. You got like 50 you got 50 girls employed there. What's going on?
Yeah, you use
Stop
the
it.
same people over and over again.
Yeah. Like come on, man. Jesus. Like that's my issue. I'm not trying to say they're all that, but how they ever going to get to be all that? When it's just like they're all wrestling J Brones, and then again the girls wrestling are some of the girls you have. They're so young that they are J Brones. So like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
So
Jesus.
work these ladies, man. Yeah, benefit them on house shows. Get them on the house shows. Not your well. You saw like
Need time.
even your
They need
veterans have
minutes,
issues.
but they need minutes, dude.
Yeah.
They don't need 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That's my problem. They don't need 3 minutes.
Yeah.
If you only wrestle 3 minutes at a time, then how the hell are you gonna wrestle a 15-minute match or a ten
Yeah.
minute TV match? Like
Exactly.
you're gonna run out of things to do.
Yeah. You know what's a funny thing that's happening is the fact that a lot of people are liking how Khan runs ROH more than he runs Dynamite.
I would probably say it's probably not. It's probably less hands on. I'm
It's a
just
lot less
I
hands on. It's more of a wrestling show, but also they're not worried about ratings or having to have commercial time for things
mm, yeah,
because
that's a
it's on their
benefit.
app.
That's a benefit. It is a benefit.
And Athena's just beating people's ass there. So
I love it.
yeah.
I love it.
We move on to SmackDown, and we had Cody Rhodes versus Ludwig Kaiser.
Solid match.
Kaiser.
It goes a little bit into the story. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah, it was good. Solo
Hmm.
Sikoa comes out as well.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff. We got Charlotte Flair vow to defeat Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Good promo back and forth. Still
She
want.
always seems on the verge of being angry.
She just sounds angry.
No, she snapped at the fans when they said what? Barely.
Yeah.
And then they wanted her louder when she said, "Did you say what to me?" So
Did you
yeah,
just what me?
that's what I'm saying. Like she
Yeah.
just sounds like she's always ready to just snap at us. Like, come
Why are you
on,
so
damn.
angry?
Maybe
Oh man. All right. We go to LA Knight versus Rey Mysterio. Very good match.
hell of a match. Hell of a match. I
And
don't know if they ever fought before, but it was very solid.
and
That was
then
a good ass showing for LA Knight. And give the man the props. He has the fans in the palm of his hands.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Rey
This
Mysterio
dude.
agrees to fight his son after punching him in the face for yelling at his mama.
There you go.
That's what you get.
Don't you talk back to your mama.
That's exactly what I saw in my mind. I was like, oh, that's the whole shit. It's like, don't you yell
That's
at your
it.
mama.
That's
That
it.
is it. He got punched in the mouth. He well deserved it too.
Hmm. I like how Dominant sold it like he was gonna cry
Yeah.
instead of smiling
Yeah.
because he finally got what he wanted. No, he looked like he was like
Like, why
upset
you
and
gotta hit
hurt.
me so hard? Like, damn, dad.
Again, now all we need at WrestleMania is for Rey Mysterio to show up to his entrance. He's wearing chancletas, and in the match, he takes them off and he beats the shit out of Dom.
That was our cast picture last week.
Hmm.
The chancleta with Rey Mysterio. He's gonna have a
That's
mass
it.
chancleta. um, we got Natalia and Shansi defeat Lacey Evans and Xia Li to qualify for that WrestleMania Showcase match. If they come out in matching gear using her face and the Heart Foundation logo, I'm 100% behind them winning.
I'm just mad that Lacey punched Xia Li during the match. She punched her own partner with the women's right. Like,
She didn't care.
it was. I know she didn't care, and that's what made it hilarious.
But if Shansi and
She ain't gonna
Natalia
be
use
there.
that logo that I saw online, I will 100% be behind them to win. Even though I think Liv and Rodriguez is gonna win. I think they winning the
I'll
tag
put it.
titles
I'll put it here to you.
yeah,
None of these girls look like they're gonna be in a tag team from after WrestleMania,
yeah. I think I actually
except for
think
the one that wins.
yeah,
That's it.
I actually think it's gonna be Liv and Rodriguez.
I think it's gonna be Ronda and Shayna
Yeah.
because those are the only two that are a real tag team. I'm sorry.
Um, we go in, and then Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler also return and to announce they're in that match as well. Then we go to Butch went wild at the Intercontinental title triple threat contract signing, and we also had a good match between Gunther and Butch. Very good match. Try to break
Yes,
his
sir.
fingers. Always breaking the fingers. He don't play.
Yes, sir. Tale as old as time. Pete Dunne versus Walter.
Yes. And then we end with the Kevin Owens show. They introduced the WrestleZania and KO Mania shirt, which I actually ordered for me and Joshy for Saturday. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, good, very good promo, very good like just ass whoopings and shit like that. I'm very excited for this match. I think this match I actually excited a bit more than the world title, and that's not denying Roman and Cody. It's just that this had more forefront story.
Well, it's got Sammy in it. That's
Yes,
why. Sammy's the MVP. They said it on the show. He's the MVP
the
of WWE.
MVP. Yes, he is. All right. Friday Night SmackDown. Where you give it?
I give it an A minus. That women's tag match was whatever.
All right.
It wasn't doing it for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. It wasn't.
Like again, they expect you to care about these two people thrown together, and the woman punched her teammate in the face. That was the funniest thing in that entire match.
Yeah, I thought it
Like,
was just
bruh,
okay
come
match though.
on.
I don't think it was that bad of a match though.
It wasn't bad, but I didn't care.
There you go. That
Mm-mm.
makes sense. Again, if they go full ground with that logo, I'm 100% behind Natty and Shanti.
All right,
It
all
has to
right.
be on the tank though, and the tank has to be pink and green black.
I mean,
It's
don't bet
WrestleMania.
on them now.
It's
Don't
WrestleMania.
bet on them. Don't bet on them.
It's WrestleMania.
All I'm
You guys
saying
got
is
to go
don't bet on
all
them.
out.
Don't bet on them, cause yeah, it's gonna be Shayna and Ronda. It really is.
All right. We go to AEW Rampage. Oh, what you get SmackDown?
What's that? A
Oh,
minus.
A minus. I'll go A minus as well. The women's match was just a little slightly disappointing. Um, we got the TNT. Well, we got AEW Rampage. We got the TNT Championship match. We got Powerhouse Hobbs versus Penta El Zero Miedo. Solid match.
That was good. I like that one. I like it. Although I will say there's hypocrisy. Why last week his brother got his ass beat up, and all he had was Alex Abrahantes to save him. And this week Penta got his ass beat at the end of the match, and Phoenix came out there with a hammer.
Yep.
I'm just saying, what's up with that?
Gang Wars, yo.
No, his brother got his back, and he ain't got his brother's back. What's going on? What's up? What's
His
going on?
brother was eating tacos.
Damn. All right. All right. Well,
Penta Zero Miedo did not miss a meal.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you've seen him. He's shredded, so
Yeah.
I guess it's good for him.
He needs their protein.
Yes, sir.
He's eating healthy tacos, which is I don't know. Anyway, we go to House of Black, Brody King, versus Jake Hager.
That was solid. That was solid because Hager he be in some matches where you just don't want to care. But when you see him wrestle, I can't deny that he's still good. He's
Yeah.
still good. He's a good big man,
Yep.
and him and Brody throw it down.
Yep.
I'm just worried about Julia Hart because it looked like her head exploded when it hit the ring. She didn't
Yes.
bleed, but it sounded like it did. It sounded like her
Yeah,
head should have been gushing.
it
I
looked
was
pretty
like,
fucking
damn,
mean.
damn.
You go Tyler Valkyrie versus Layla Gray. And there was a lot of shit talking between Jade and her as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay match. It was kind of a one-sided.
Yeah, it was more one-sided. Putties. You know how it
Yep.
is.
Them putties. Them damn putties. Um, we go to, and then the main event was the Acclaim versus the Kingdom.
That
Um,
was solid. That was solid.
solid
I like
match.
it.
Solid match.
Mm-hmm.
AEW Rampage, where you give it.
I give it a C plus. It was just solid matches, but nothing was really like, damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same here. There was nothing special. It was nothing like crazy special. Like I was like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then we go to podcast we listen to, and oh, you saw the No Surrender. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Do you want to watch it or no?
I plan to watch it, but I can't guarantee I'm gonna be able to watch it by the time we record again.
All right. Let me try to get their channel up because I know they have the at least the matches so I can say it in order. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah. I can actually I have the matches in order. You could just tell me.
Oh, you have 'em? Okay.
All right, so No Surrender kicked off. We've let me go up real fast because on the website.
Also, it looks like because again, like I told you, when it's segmented and stuff like the way it is, um, they have a lot of the stuff like so you can see the some of the matches like the before the impact matches and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but you like they have it. They just have like the recaps and things like really just right there for you, which I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
yeah. So you got
Uh,
Eddie Edwards versus Gunjar.
that was solid. That was solid. I wasn't really invested in it, but like they did their thing.
Nice.
Hmm.
Um, then you had the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. You had Kaylin King and Taylor Wilde versus Rosemary and Jessica.
The the match ended up being a singles match
Yeah,
between Rosemary and Colin, and not Wild and Jessica. Like it was just those two.
yeah.
This one was actually pretty good.
Nice.
Uh, so it wasn't for the title, but I guess they're just getting back into the title contention. I don't know if they don't do the rematch things.
Yeah,
Um, but it was actually pretty good. Again, uh, not to throw shade, but I don't think I've seen these two fight each other, and it was pretty solid wrestling match. Yeah, I
yeah.
gotta give him props for that.
Nice.
Oh, and Rosemary won the match.
All right, sweet.
Hmm.
Mike Bailey versus Joshua and Jonathan Grisham. I think that match just sounds good.
That was an amazing match. They had like some one-upsmanship during that match, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Um, surprisingly, Speedball took it. I
nice.
thought Gresham was gonna win that match. Like I really did.
Yeah.
So it was good.
You got there's a middle championship match. You got Joe Hendry versus
Versus
Brian
your
Myers.
boy. Yes,
Brian
sir.
Myers should
That
have
was
won
a
that
solid
match.
match too. That was actually pretty good.
Brian Myers should always win.
Uh, I would say those two have good chemistry, and it was a surprisingly hard hitting match.
Nice.
Like he got injured, and Hendry got kicked out of the clothesline of the roster cut, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he kicked out. He kicked out of the roster cut.
I like how he does the roster cut too. He fucking takes the people's heads off of that.
Yeah, and then that's why I was surprised because like it wasn't like a early in the match type of deal. It was pretty deep in, and he caught him with it, and he kicked out. I was like, oh snap, okay, okay.
You had
So
Perazzo versus Shaw.
that was pretty good too. I appreciate that. I like the story of that match though, because that was basically it was supposed to be. I think was it supposed to be Shaw versus Mickey?
Yes.
Yeah. So because Mickey had to step out, she did. I do appreciate the time that they're gonna give her to heal,
Yeah.
because they had Santino address her
Yeah.
and say that they're gonna have a match later on to see who's number one contender. But if Mickey heals in time, they will fight Mickey.
Yeah.
But if she does not, then the match will be, I guess, for the championship. So
Okay.
that's interesting. That's an interesting way to do it. So, but the match itself, I thought it was pretty good. I thought um, Shaw showed like again, I'm not as familiar with her, but what she showed me in that match was pretty good. But Diona was trying to prove a point,
Yeah.
and it looked like she tore her arms off at the end.
Okay.
It really did.
Good. Kenny King, with Ed Edwards versus PCO. What you say,
Uh,
crazy?
all I know is PCO put himself through hell once again, but I think he actually won the match.
Nice. I like when he wins.
I think he usually doesn't win.
No, he don't.
So yeah, he got some payback because the again, remember it's the whole honor no more,
Yeah.
and they broke up and whatnot. So that was the reason they were fighting
Yeah.
because he was still they blamed him actually.
Yeah.
So
X Division champion Trey Miguel versus Lince
that's a good one.
Dorado. I did watch
Yeah,
this
that's a
match.
good
This
one.
match was fucking good.
That was a great match. That was very good.
Lindsay posted on his Twitter, so I actually watched the match. It was really good.
Hmm.
I like Lindsay
Yeah,
Dorado a lot.
yeah,
I missed him.
he is the homie.
Yes. And he follows us.
Really? Okay.
He follows my page. I know he follows the podcast
Okay. Cool. Cool.
on the
Good
Instagram
stuff.
and everything too. He has
Nice.
liked comments that I posted about the Lucha House Party and shit.
Hmm.
Cause they were good.
Yes, sir.
They
It
were
was a
good.
different time. Ooh,
Yeah.
they didn't know what to do with them except have them always come out with goddamn pinatas.
Yes. So racist. WWE and their stereotypes.
Tazawa just broke free and had a baby. See what happens when you let
See,
him be a man? Not just make him a random ninja.
it makes them happy
Jesus.
and have
It
babies.
make yes,
There you
exactly.
go. You got the World Tag Team Championship Bullet Club versus TMDK. Oh shit!
The mighty don't kneel.
I
Yes,
like
sir.
those guys.
It was that was yeah Shane Haste and Tito. I'm
Yep.
not familiar with Tito.
Yeah.
He looks like I'm not sure again if he's related to him or not, but he looks like a smaller Jeff Cobb,
Yeah.
a smaller size, like width wise, but taller, obviously.
Okay.
Um, and he's good, dude. Like I've seen him show up in New Japan, but I'm not very familiar. But this match was very good, very very good. Bullet Club retains though.
Nice.
Hmm.
We got Bully Ray versus Tommy Dreamer.
This was if you're a fan of either one of them, I guess this is what you wanted.
Yeah.
They beat the shit out of each other.
Yep. That's
They
what's
cut
gonna
each
happen.
other up. Like the whole stipulation was the first one to bleed, and they well not immediately. Tommy Dreamer does like go to get him with a can and tries to cut him open with a can. I'm like, that's just mean. Why you? I don't, what you do that for? But Bully he kind of does the smart thing. He knocks the ref out.
Yeah.
Because then as soon as he knocks the ref out, Tommy hits him. He just tears him open, and then they bring out the thumbtacks, and everybody's bleeding.
Yep.
Everybody's bleeding. So there's no way to tell who bled first. So then, like, the story is whatchamacallit, Bully has those two guys that help him,
yeah.
and yeah, they showed up. And they jumped Tommy Dreamer, and then people come to rescue him. They kicked him out of there. This hockey guy was in the audience. He was starting trouble, and then he gets put through tables. It was crazy. It was nuts. It was like a ECW type of hardcore match. It
Yes.
was cheese graters, thumbtacks, cans, hockey players, you name it. It was pretty good.
Cool. And
But Bully Ray
then
still wins the match.
the main event was Steve Macklin, Rich Swann, and Kazarian versus Time Machine, Kota Shida, and the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yep. And this one was a replacement for the championship match because their champion is out. Alexander is hurt. And it surprised me with how good it was because I did not know that the Time Machine was a trio and they worked very, very well together. And it was cool. And I liked how there's history with Macklin and Swan,
Yeah.
like that played a part in the match.
Cool.
And then it was basically Kazarian trying to hold them together.
Yeah.
to stay in the match because it looked like McLaren was going to walk away at one point,
Yeah.
but they stayed in, so it was good.
Nice.
Hmm.
And yeah, that was the main event. So where you give the show altogether?
I give it a B plus.
Nice.
It was a very very solid pay per view from the beginning to the end.
Nice. All
I
right. We
say Speedball and Gresham. If you anything from that pay per view, watch that match.
nice. All right, the podcast we listened to. We'll run through this fast. We had Austin Theory and Chris Masters on Chris Van Vliet. Very good conversations. If you haven't got to listen to it, FTR. They talked about Triple H on their his cast recently. It was actually a really good conversation too. If you want to go more insight of how FTR was booked and stuff like that, Triple H really had a good plan for them. You have MVP on After the Bell, and then also Theory was also on last week. Renee Parquette, I don't think she had any wrestlers on, so I didn't listen to it. Yeah, she
She
didn't have
said
it.
she's gonna have Moxley on this week.
Oh, nice. So that's gonna be fun. And then yeah, that's all I kind of listened. And Ryan Satin had Stone Cold Steve Austin on Wednesday, so it was actually a really good conversation.
Okay, good stuff.
Yep, and he was talking about the event too, and he actually had like the time of his life. He got to hang out with a lot of the younger WWE guys and all that shit. It was cool.
Hmm.
All right, we go to the wrestling retrospect now. Oh, and shout outs to the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. They always have great stuff. But this is a little segue going into uh the the wrestling retrospect. I want to pick Zack Ryder,
Okay, we haven't picked him before.
not Zack Ryder. Nope.
Okay, all right.
But only Zack Ryder, not Matt Cardona outside the WWE.
Okay,
So we're gonna go Zack Ryder this week. Woo woo woo.
you know it.
Yes. I actually was I found a good version of Matt Cardona. I don't like his face that much, and I'm hoping someone fixes his face better. But I found the indie god Matt Cardona, and he also has the Macho King outfit with it, and it's awesome.
What do you mean, like the figure or
No,
something
the
else?
in WWE 2K.
Oh, you mean somebody made it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
got.
Oh, my fault. I should have been more clear. But yeah, it was that. So yep. Zack Ryder is our next pick for this week, and yeah, a little update with WWE 2K. I finished the showcase mode. John Cena's showcase mode was a lot of fun. At the end, you kind of fight. You use him as Super Cena, which is the invisible Cena, to fight other people.
Excuse me.
Um, yeah, the invisible Cena. Yeah,
That's great.
yeah. It's called Super Cena.
Is it just a hat floating or something like
Is a
that?
hat, the hat, the shorts, the armbands, the sneakers,
Oh, that's pretty good.
and it's just invisible. Yeah, yeah. You can actually do a full War Games team of Cena.
Just all Cenas
Yeah,
mix
that's
all
how I
Cenas.
did that. All Cenas.
That's great.
You could do a whole like war game team of them. I got to go to Walmart to get a WWE figure because the only way I could get the toy action figure John Cena is that you got to buy a certain figure from Walmart. You need the receipt in order to claim the code. So I have until December to do it. Honestly, I think I have the car on Saturday, and I'll probably just stop by a Walmart fast with Julio and Jen just to run and get one. So here we go. We wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Battle Podcast. Thank you for listening. I am Mark with the Mic. You follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Mark with the Mic. Also follow my TikTok, Mark with the Mic. I have a lot of everything with our wrestling news and our podcast and I have figure photography and all that stuff. So definitely give a follow, like, and share, and give me a follow. Yeah, comment back too, and follow Red Cycle Link.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress. So check it out.
Yep, yep. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Peace.